Greetings and welcome to one of our final few 2019 Modathon showcase videos. We're nearing the end of our journey with the 2019 Modathon mods, and just in the nick of time, as the 2020 Modathon modding competition will, be starting up here just pretty soon. But anyway, today we're taking a look at a rather just fantastic new gameplay mod, Merlord's character backgrounds by Merlord. Before we begin, as always, you'll find a link down below. But, well, let's just move on for our showcase here. And this really is just a revolutionary mod for Morrowind that adds quite a bit to the game here. Basically, this mod expands upon the character generation process by adding a new step, allowing you to choose from one of 27 character backgrounds, each of which will impact the way you start the game, or your playstyle just a wee bit. And this is pretty similar to a lot of D&D style role-playing games, where you have to generate a character background, before playing the game here. And this is just a pretty great role-playing mechanic, as realistically, no one starts out an adventure without some sort of background, be it a personal history, a profession, or childhood of some sort. And these 27 character backgrounds are all just pretty diverse, ranging from the more mundane, like a brute or boy, pacifist, or adopted by nobles, that all have their typical positives and negatives. Like being adopted by a noble means you'll start with +5 intelligence and +10 speechcraft, but -10 willpower. Or being a boy means you have +10 strength, but -10 intelligence just starting out. And then you have the profession character backgrounds, like a fencing master, which increases your long blade skill by 20 when wielding one-handed blades, or apprentice to a blacksmith or tracker, or so on and so forth. You've also got other just personal character traits that you can choose from, like Agoraphobia, hyperactive, and a small frame, which both makes the game easier in some respects and harder in others. Agoraphobia, for example, means you have -5 to all skills when just out in open spaces, but you get a +5 to all skills when inside. But there's a ton of other cool backgrounds here, like Grey Child, which gives you some vampire-like abilities, where your skills improve at night, but your endurance is drained during the day. Or the Green Pact, which can only be used by a Bosmer, forcing you to only consume meat, or the Rat King, which gives you the ability to control rats and have them just follow you wherever you go. And yes, you heard me correctly there, you can become a king of rats, allowing you to go out into the wilds and just gather an army of your rat brothers. Of course, this means you won't exactly be very popular with the locals here, and people tend to have a lower just disposition to you. You'll basically just be ostracized from society. But you know what? Who needs people when you just have an army of rats? With this character trait, you can crusade across Morrowind, gathering your rat followers around you, preparing to invade the settlements of those imperial fools who dare to defy you. Come, my rat friends, the world is ours. Let us tear the flesh of those imperial scum and take their cities for ourselves. Today, Citadine, tomorrow the world! Where were we? Right, character backgrounds. Also of note here, you can choose to be a famed warrior, which means you'll start the game with a powerful long blade, which you can give a custom name when you exit the character generation process. And you'll also start out with just a pretty high reputation, but that means you'll also be accosted by, all the young swordsmen and women looking to make their name by killing you. And just real quick, you can see this blade that you'll start out with here, It's a custom sword with its own weapon sheath, as you can see here, and it's a pretty cool looking blade, if I do say so myself. But anyway, there's a ton of other character backgrounds that all unpack the game to varying degrees, and of course you can even randomize your selection if you want just a truly random experience. And there's just a ton of cool stuff here, like a blood, the Dremora, which increases your magic skills, but you'll periodically have to fight off a Dremora who just wants to murder you, and quite a few other just backgrounds that we just, don't have the time to cover in detail here. To say the least, this is just an amazing role-playing mod, and I consider it really just a must-have mod. It makes the game so much more interesting, but of course it does require MWC, so it won't work with, OpenMW, at least not yet anyway. But that's the end of our video here, and as always, a link is below, so thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you all next time.